Hello dear students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Hope you all are fit and healthy at your home. I am Sandhya Patel, your class 6 mathematics teacher from Saint Mary High School. In our previous class, we have completed till the prime numbers and the composite numbers. In that we have discussed that what are prime numbers and what are composite numbers. Today we are going to see the test for divisibility of numbers that is been given on page number 54 in your textbook. So let's see what is test for divisibility of number. So there are certain numbers that are being divided by any particular number. I have already written the rules or the certain facts that you are going to use while dividing a particular number. So let's see the first one, that is divisibility by 10. Now what does divisibility by 10? Which numbers can be divided by 10 that we are going to be discussed here. Now the thing is written, let's read. If a number has 0 in the ones place, then it is divisible by 10. If, for example, if you are given any particular number and at one place there is 0, then it can be divided by 10. For example, if I take an example, let's take for example 20. Now what the rule says, it says that the 0 should be at one place. If the number contains 0 at one place, so we can easily divide it by 10. So let's check whether we can divide 10 by 20 by 10, yes or no. So we know if we divide 20 by 10, we know that 10 to the 20. So it is easily divided by 10. Let's take another example. For example, if I take 50, let's take 50. Now tell me, can it be divided by 10? What rule says? It says number given should contain 0 at one place. So one place there is 0? Yes, it contains 0. So it can be easily divided by 10. Let's check. If I divide 50 with 10, we know that 10 pies are 50. So we can easily divide the given number. So remember, whenever there is any number given, if it contains 0 at its ones place, then it can be easily divided by 10. Now let's see for another divisibility by 5. Any number which has either 0 or 5 in its ones place, it is divisible by 5. If any number is given and it contains 0 or 5 at its ones place, then it can be easily divided by 5. That's an example. For example, if I take 10, let's take 10. Now tell me whether it can be divided by 5, yes or no. Let's try. What the rule says, it says that the number should have either 0 or 5 at its ones place. So at ones place what is there? That is 0. So it can be easily divided by 5. Let's check. Now if I divide 10 with 5, we know that 5 twos are 10. So it can easily be divided with 5. That is 5 twos are 10. Now let's take another example. For example, if I take 25. If I take 25, now what the rule says that a number should contain either 0 or 5 at its ones place. So at one place there is 5. So let's check whether it is divisible by 5, yes or no. So let's try. If I divide 25 with 5, we know that 5 pies are 25. So it is easily divided with 5. So this is how you are dividing any given number. If the number contains 0 or 5 at its one place, then it can be divided by 5. Now let's see for divisibility by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if it has any of the digits, that is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 in its ones place. Means if any number is given and its one place contains 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8 at its one place, then it can be divided with 2. Let's take an example. For example, if I take, let's take 28. Now what the rule says? It says that the number should contain 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8 at its or 8 in its ones place. So what does it contain? It contains 8 at ones place. So let's try to divide it with 2. If I divide 28 with 2, so let's write 2 ones are 2, that is 0, and 8, 2 fours are 8. So 14 twos are 28. So we can see that the number is divided by 2. The number is easily divided by 2. Let's take another example. For example, let's take 3-digit number. If I take 3, 6, 4. 3, 6, 4. Let's check whether it is divisible by 2 or not. The rule says that the number should contain either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 at its ones place. What is that at ones place? It is 4. So let's try. If I divide 364 with 2, 2 ones are 2, that will remainder will be 1, then 16, 2 eights are 16, 0, 0 and 2 twos are 4. So 182 into 2 will be 364. So it is easily divisible by 2. So remember, whenever a number is given and if at one place there is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8, it will be divisible by 2. Next, let's see for divisibility by 3. Divisibility by 3. In that, what it says, let's see. If the sum of the digit is a multiple of 3, the number is divisible by 3. It means that whenever a number is given, if we add all the digits that are present in the number is a multiple of 3, then it can be easily divided by 3. For example, let's take an example. 1, 3, 5. Now what is rule says? Sum of the digit is a multiple of 3. If the sum of the digit is multiple of 3, sum of the digit means we have to add all the digits that is present in the number. That is 1 plus 3 plus 5. Now 3 plus 1 will be 4. 4 plus 5 will be 9. So yes, we know that 3 threes are 9. So it is a multiple of 3. So yes, the sum of the digit is 9 and it is a multiple of 3. So it will be easily divided. So it can be easily divided by 3. So let's try. If I divide 135 with 135 with 3. 13, right? We know 3 fours are 12. So remainder will be 1. 5 will come down. 3 fives are 15. So 3 into 45 will be 135. So I hope this thing is clear. Now let's see for divisibility by 6. If a number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then it is divisible by 6 also. Suppose if a number is given to you and it is divisible by 2 or 3, 2 and 3 both, then it is easily be divisible by 6 also. Let's take an example. For example, if I take 120. If I take 120, let's check whether it is divisible by 2, yes or no. So 120 divided by 2. 2 6 will be 12. That is 0, 0 and 0. That is 16 to 2 will be 120. Let's divide it with 3. We know 3 fours are 12. Therefore 0, 0 and 1, 0 on the upper side. That is 40 into 3 will be 120. So it is divisible both by 2 and 3 as well. So it will be also it can also be divisible by 6 also. So let's check. If I divide 120 with 6, we know 6 twos are 12. So remainder will be 0, 0. That is 20 into 6 will be 120. So always remember, if a number is given and it is divisible with 2 and 3 both, then it can also be divisible by 6 also. So I hope these things are clear to you all. It is divisibility by 10, divisibility by 5, divisibility by 2, divisibility by 3. Now let's see divisibility by 4. Divisibility by 4. A number with 3 or more digits is divisible by 4 if the number formed by its last two digits, that is tens and ones, is divisible by 4. What does it mean? It means, it says that whenever a number is given, and suppose if the number is 3 or more than 3 digits, then the number formed by the last two digits, that is the digit which are at ones and tens place, should be divisible by 4, and if it divisible by 4, then it will be easily divisible by 4. Let's understood it with an example. For example, if I take 1396. Okay, this is a 4-digit number. 1396, 1396. Now the rule says that a number with 3 or more digits is divisible by 4 if the number formed by last two digits, that is at ones and tens place. Last two digits is 96. 6 is at ones place and 9 is at tens place. And it should be divisible by 4. It should be divisible by 4. Now let's check that 96 is divisible by 4, yes or no. If I divide 96 with 4, we know 4 2s are 8, so remainder will be 1 and 6. Now 4 4s are 16. So yes, 90 is divisible by 4. So we can say that whole number will be divisible by 4. Let's check whether it is divisible by 4 or not. So what is given? 1396. 1396 divided by 4. We know 4 3s are 12. So 1 will remain. Then 9. Then 9. We know 4 4s are 16. So we will write 4 and 16. 9 9 6 will be 3. Right? Let me write here. 36 is remaining. 3 is remaining and 6 will come down. That will be 36. We know 4 9s are 36. The remainder is 0. So we can say that yes, 1396 is divisible with 4. That is 349 into 4 will be 1396. So remember, whenever you are given a number, 3 or more digit number, the last two digits should be divisible by 4. If it is divisible by 4, then the whole number will be divisible by 4. Now let's see divisibility by 8. What it says that a number with 4 or more digits is divisible by 8 if the number formed by last 3 digits is divisible by 8. Means if you are given 4 or more digit number and the number formed by last 3 digits is divisible by 8, then the whole number will be divisible by 8. Let's take an example. Let's understand it with an example. 73512. Now what we have to see? We have to see last 3 digits, that is 512. 500, 112. Now let's check whether it is can be divided by 8. Yes, 8 or not. So 512 divided by 8. 8 6 will be 48. That is 3 will remain and 2 will come down and 8 4s are 32, right? So yes, it is divisible by 8. So we can say that whole number will be divisible with 8. So let's try 73,512 divided by 8. Now we know 8 9s are 72. 1 will remain 15. 15. 8 ones are 8. 8 minus 15 will be 5. 51. 51. 8. 8 6. 8 7 is 56. 8 6 are 48. Let me write here. That will 51 minus 48. 3 will remain and 2 will come down. We know 8 fours are 32. So the remainder is 0. So we can say that yes, 73,512 is divisible by 8. So I hope this thing is clear. Now see, whenever you are given 2-digit number, when you are dividing by with 4, you have to do the whole step, that you have to divide it as you do in the division. Similarly for 8 also, if the 3-digit number, 2-digit number is given, you have to do the whole step of the division. Now let's see for divisibility by 9. What it says, if the sum of the digit of a number is divisible by 9, then the number itself is divisible by 9. It means that if a particular number is given and if we add the whole digit, the digit that are present in the number, and if it is divisible by 9, then the whole number will be divisible by 9. Now let's understand it with an example. 1, 2, 6. Now let's add all the digits, that is 1 plus 2 plus 6. Now 1 plus 2 will be 3. 3 plus 6 will be 9. So can we divide 9 with 9? Yes, obviously we can divide 9 with 9. So 126 will also be divisible with 9. Let's check. 9 ones are 9. 3 will remain 36. We know 9 fours are 36 and remainder is 0. So yes, 126 divisible with 9. Now let's see the last one, that is divisibility by 11. What it says, let's read. Find the difference between the sum of the digit at odd place from right and the sum of the digit at even places from right of the number. What first we have to do? We have to first find the difference between the sum of the digit that are present at odd place from the right and the sum of digit that are present at even place from the right of the number. And if the difference is either 0 or divisible by 11, the number is divisible by 11. And the difference that will come if it contains 0 or it is divisible by 11, then the whole number will be divisible by 11. Let's take an example. Example 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. As per the rule, what you have to do? You have to find the difference between the sum of digit at odd place. Which are the digit at odd place? 1, then 3, then again 3, then 1. So these are at odd place. 1 plus 3 will be 4, 4 plus 3 will be 7, 7 plus 1 will be 8. Okay, now let's see the digit at even place. That is 2, 4 and 2. So 2 plus 4 will be 6, 6 plus 2 will be 8. Now what we have to find? We have to find the difference between this two digit. That is 8 minus 8 will be 0. Now what the rule says, if the difference is either 0 or it is divisible by 11, then the number is divisible by 11. So difference is 0. So it can be easily divided by 11. Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1 divided by 11. 11 ones are 11. Here 1 will remain. It's 30. 1 will come. Then 12 will be 132. Therefore difference is 4 minus 2 will be 2, 0, 0. Then 3 will come down. 11 2s are 22. Remember 1 will left. Then and we know 11 into 11 will be 1 ones are 1, 1 ones are 1, 1 ones are 1, 1 ones are 1, 1, 2, 1. So 11 11 is 121. So remainder will be 0. So yes, the given number is divisible by 11. So this rule you have to remember when you are dividing any number or you are finding divisibility of any number. So I hope these things are clear. So for today this was only, and in our next class we are going to see what is given further in your textbook. So thank you so much.